Oh, and that's it. Well, let's get started. Let's read. Are you ready to read?
Yeah.
Right.
Uh, Philomena Tan knows all about stress. By her early 30 years, she was a successful, highly paid market research consultant who sometimes worked till 10 p.m. We had a lot of meetings and deadlines. We had to win project. So I was writing proposal, making presentations, supervising staff, she said. For a long while, she loves her job and three were packed lots of travel, for instance, but it was never what she had planned to do with her life. Like so many others, Jesus got involved in a career that had started accidentally. Tan has studied psychology, and she was also good with statistics and computers. In the early 1980s, there were a race and valuable combination of skills, so Tan made steady progress up the corporate ladder. But the turning point came the year she spent the entire week of her husband's birthday in Lisbon, running market research group while he was home alone in Melbourne. It made her examine examine her life and think about what she was really contributing to society. Tan planned her escape carefully. She saved money and returned to study. A decade later, it has all come together, and she happy. The research she did for a doctorate in psychology not only added to her qualification as a psychologist and psychotherapist, but gave her the raw material for her first book, Living the Rat Race to Get a Life, a handbook for anyone seriously considering changing the pace of their lives. Their days turned in private practice in her local community, does yoga and choose her own house. She rarely works more than 4 days a week, and because she sees clients in the evening, she keeps her afternoon free to catch up with reading, meet with friends, or research her next book. See happy when you are working up to 70 hours a week. You don't have time for this, she says. Mm.
Okay, very good. Well, first of all, let's talk about these words. Actually, I couldn't find very so many difficult words, but I think perk. So, do you have any idea about the definition, the meaning of perk?
Wait a minute, I need my pen.
Of course,
Okay.
yes. Of
Thank you.
course.
Uh, perk,
Of
perk, right?
course.
Uh,
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't seen this word before, but I forgot.
Of course, advantage means perk. So we say there were perks, it means there were advantages. So advantage means perk. Actually, it can be something like extra money, goods, or something like this. So any advantage.
Hmm.
And after that, we have a phrase here that is not but to be discussed, corporate ladder. So, of course, you can guess the meaning of this phrase because that's actually really clear. You know, of course, when you climb up a company's employment actually process step by step, it's something like career advancement. Okay, for example, first of all, an employee may be promoted 3 times in the first, for example, 10 years, and from analyst to manage to director, but actually may take another 10 years to become, for example, president. Okay, so step by step we have a progress, so we can say that this is actually climbing up the corporate ladder or progress up the corporate ladder. Get it?
Mm, yes.
Of course. Well, and okay, this one, handbook. You know, this is a small book actually of useful information about a particular subject. Because of the size of it, we say handbook. So it should be a small book. So we say handbook. So this one,
I know.
of course. Well, and now let's answer the questions. Okay, let's decide whether these statements are true or false. Philomena had always wanted to be market research consultant, but she soon found the job too stressful.
Yes. For true.
Um, so it's
Um, it's not direction to stressful, but she, but it take her time too much.
of course, but you know, here this statement can't be true because we have something about actually market research consultant, but look, Flomena had always wanted to be market. Here we have something like this. And in original text, we have Flomena knows all about stress. By her early 30s, she was a stressful, highly paid market research consultant who sometimes worked till 10 p.m. So as you can see, this is about something that she wanted to be, but actually here we have actually a text that says she was.
It
So
means
this,
done, right? She already be a
of course,
research
yeah,
consultant
yeah,
and very successful, right?
yeah, actually, you know, the difference between question and text is that in question we have something that she wanted to be, but actually she wasn't. But in text we have something that she was. So this difference. So this is false. Actually, let me explain the difference. This is really important about true, false, and sometimes we have not given, but here actually it's not discussed. So about true, false, there is a difference. When we say true, of course, you can find the same information. So that is really important to find the same information, synonym or something like definition. But in false statement, you can find information, but with a bit different. You know, for example, sometimes we see some words like some, many, a few, a little, all, most. Actually, these words make your statement false, because in question we have all the students attended this meeting. In text, we have some of the students, so some, not all. So this is false. We have the same, but actually maybe one word or two words make it different. Now, about this one, we are talking about someone who has actually who wanted to be a market research consultant, but she wasn't. Here in text, we are talking about the person who was a market research consultant.
Yeah. Yes,
Yes?
I understand. I just think in the questions, in the sentences, they mention about how to say her consult her career, like she want to be in her mind she always think about her career like be a consultant, research, market research consultant.
Of
But
course.
I understand now. It's
Uh,
yeah, I understand now.
Okay, good. So the second one day she realized she was not giving enough care to her husband because of her job.
Yes, full true.
Of course, of course. And number three.
Um, Four.
So number three, false, you say?
Yes.
Okay, so do you want to check again?
Uh, because just think about they mentioned about more than 5 years, but
So,
in the text it's
oh,
not mentioned about the number of the year.
okay, so let me check because I'm not sure about this.
Hmm?
So, okay, it took her more than 5 years. So, of course, more than 5 years. Do you want to check and find statement related to this question? So, into early, could you find it?
No.
Okay, so how could you figure out that as false?
Yeah, like I said, I don't see any test around 5 years. I mean,
Hmm.
just um, I don't I can't see any information about more than 5 years.
Okay, so more than five or so, you couldn't find something related to this one.
Yeah.
Okay, no matter. So we skip this one because I want to talk about it. So the next one, what do you think? True or false?
Mm, First book is for business before four. Something four.
Okay, false, you say? Number 4?
Four because she just writes her first book for anyone seriously considering changing the pace of their life. The
Oh,
late, not
of,
for business people.
okay, she didn't write, so of course she didn't write. So of course this is true. She didn't write her
Oh,
first. Yeah, of course, this is didn't. So it's true.
yeah.
Yeah, of course. And the last one.
The days work up to now for
Okay, of course, this is false. These days she works up to 70 hours a week, but she's happy, of course. So when you're working, okay, you don't have time for this, she says. So of course, it's not true. Very good. Okay. And so a decade, this here. Look, a decade later, it has all come together and she's happy. So of course it took more than 5 years. So as you can see for number 3, we have a proof. It took her more than 5 years to achieve a good work-life balance. And as you can see, a decade later, it has all come together and she's happy. So a decade means, 10 years. So of course, this is more than 5 years. So this statement is true. Get it?
more decade. It mean
10 years. Decade means 10 years.
10 year.
Yeah, of course, every 10 years
Oh,
is, yeah, of course.
I don't know this.
Of course, decade means every 10 years we call decade.
Uh,
Okay? Yeah.
every 10 year.
Of course, period of 10 years, let me write here, period of 10 years is a decade. So because of this, of course,
Oh,
this statement should be true. Okay, well, any questions related to this article?
now I
Great.
know some new words.
Of course, you know the words, but okay. Well, let's keep going. Okay. The next part, let's learn some words. Match the words 1 to 5 to their definition. Okay, let's guess. Lifestyle.
Lifestyle.
Lifestyle. Mhm.
The ways people choose to organize their lives.
That's great, of course, the way people choose to organize their lives. But there is something, okay, the difference between pronunciation of live and lives. Okay, when we say live, okay, let me write here. We have this word, live, life, lives. Okay, so let me say something about live. Live is verb. Okay, so when we use this word as a verb, we say live.
Mm.
When we use this word as a singular noun, we say life. When we want to make life plural, we can't say lives. We need to change F to V, so we say lives. For example, let me say something else. We have the word wolf. Wolf is one animal, so singular. I'm going to make it plural, 2, 3, 4, 5. I say wolves. Okay, so when a noun ends in F and you want to change it plural, you need to change F to V, like wolf, wolves, life, lives, okay? Of course, this word's end in E, but this E is not pronounced, so we say that this noun ends in E, ends in F. So we need to change F to V. So this word is their lives.
Lives.
Yeah, of course.
Lives.
Lives, of course.
Oh.
Yeah, because we have their here and there after we need a noun, so their lives. Okay, well, so a holic. Let me say something about this word. Workaholic, shopaholic, alcoholic. Okay, so that is something that when you add this word aholic at the end of another word, it means too much. So shopaholic, a person who wants to actually shop and purchase a lot and a lot more than normal. So workaholic means,
Someone who can stop working.
of course, of course. And three, workload.
Workload system where employee choose a time. I don't know. Workload.
Yeah.
Um, Workload. So, no. Deadline. I know deadline. I know the flexible.
So
Flexible.
workload is a noun and it means the amount of work a person is expected to do. So
Expected because
yeah,
I feel confusing workload. In
workload, of course. For example, you can say that I've got an increased workload this year. So
mm,
you say something like this, of course.
because
For example, yeah.
the definition about a person is expected. Ex-
Yeah, expected to do. Yeah, of course, is expected to do. Oh, let me say something. Okay. Workload, when you say is expected, it doesn't mean that someone else, yeah? You mean, for example, okay, you need to do this amount of work. So this is workload. So it can be heavy workload. So for example, oh, I'm coping with a heavy workload. It means I have a large amount of work to do.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, okay. And deadline,
A time or date by which you have to do something.
very good. And flexi time,
Yeah, a system where employee chooses time they start and finish work each day.
yeah, of course, flexi time. Okay, well, now using the word, let's complete the sentences. Okay, number one.
I work until 11 o'clock at night to meet the deadline.
Very
Or
good. When we see this verb meet the deadline, of course, this is a collocation. So something like combination of this verb and this word. We normally use them together, meet the deadline. Very good. And number two,
I work 6 days a week and never have a holiday. My girlfriend say I'm a workaholic. Ah,
workaholic, of course.
workaholic.
Workaholic.
Yeah.
And
Uh, Carl has a healthy heavy workload.
Yeah, very good at the moment because several colleagues are sick. Very good. And four,
She gave up a paid job to join a meditation group in India. She completely changed her lifestyle.
that's it. Very good. And number five,
Her flesh time system can help to reduce stress level of employees by giving them more control over their working hours.
very good. Okay, good. Well, so um, let's talk about these words actually in the box and look at the words in the box and discuss where to put the jobs and straight leg below. Then turn, and of course, we don't need to check. Okay, so let's check which one can be more stressful. So you think miner, police officer, construction worker, journalist, airline pilot, advertising executive, doctor, film producer, and firefighter. So let's discuss.
Mm. Hmm, I think police officer.
You think and why?
Yes, because they often have uh, they often have shift
Yeah,
and I mean night shift, day shift, and they have to opposite with a dangerous person. They have to control the security for the people,
yeah,
and they sometimes they I mean maybe they can lose their lives,
yeah,
their lives, their lives,
yeah, of course.
and they don't really know what happened, what's happening.
Of course, they need to take risk, of course.
Mm.
Well, so let's do the sport together. So, we have some jobs: actor, hairdresser, librarian, banker, bus driver, and teacher. And we have some gaps here. And of course, you can see ratings from 0 to 10. Okay, the higher the rating, the greater the pressure, of course. So minor is 8.3. So
Mm.
we can see that, of course, actually the greatest pressure. And we have, after, step by step, actually this number decreased. And now we're gonna find a job for 7.2. Which one you think? Actor, hairdresser, librarian, banker, bus driver? So which one you think?
If the actor,
You think actor. Of
yes.
of course. I do agree with you. After that, we have 6.2. What do you think?
Uh, Bus, um, I think a banker.
Banker, but I want to say that this is teacher. 6.2.
Ah, teacher. Uh,
Yeah.
the
Oh.
teacher is 50-50, like 5.4.
No, no, teacher is
Sometimes
6.2.
Sometimes stressed, but sometimes very happy, very fun. Uh,
Of course, it depends. You know, when you love your job, when you're really into your job, your career, you like teaching, of course, that's really nice. But there is something, you know, you meet and you talk lots of people
yeah,
who actually have different something manners and you can't predict them. So, of course, it can be really stressful sometimes.
yeah,
But you know, this is something like chance. For
yeah.
example, something like me. I'm really, you know, someone like me that is really lucky because of good students. So I'm
Yeah.
really happy. But you know, we have some other, you know, I know some other people who are not, you know, as lucky as me. But of
Yeah.
course, 6.2 for teachers. Okay. Well, 5.4.
5.4 maybe bus driver.
Of course, I do agree.
And 4.3, I think banker.
Okay, you think banker. 4.3 hairdresser.
Oh,
Oh, really?
yeah, I don't think, but maybe uh, this is a result, a research, right?
Yeah, of course.
So 3.7 is banker.
Okay, of course.
And the last one is librarian.
Of course, you're right. Okay, so and of course the other um job. So step by step, and the last one, librarian. Yeah, it's really good job. So it's not stressful at all. So you can be a, and nursery nurse is good, 3.3, and wicker. And so I think these three jobs are really, really, I think, comfortable and I can say that's, you know, really easy, not easy, but I think when a job actually is not really stressful, can be really easy to do. So we can choose one of them in the future. Okay, well, and let me find your job. I want to know how much pressure uh, you are tolerating. So your job is which one? So do you have something like no?
Maybe we can choose. We can. I think it's we equal social worker.
Of course. So it's
That we work with a lot of people with different personality, and sometimes we need to control the employee relation,
yeah,
like
of course. Yeah, of course. So six.
yeah,
Yeah,
negotiate and yeah. Um, uh, we need to control the problem to make they feel satisfied
yeah,
with company and with leader.
yeah, of course, of course. So to I think you need to stand too much pressure. Ah,
Yeah, I think 6.0 is quite good point.
Yeah, of course, of course. So, you know, yeah,
Not
I
to
think so.
that, but need
Of course. Of
has good skill to to done this job
Yeah,
well.
yeah, I do agree. Well, so just, there's some, I can see maybe some jobs that maybe you may not know the meaning of them. For example, solicitor, you know the meaning of this? It can
I
be lawyer, can be
like.
lawyer. Yeah, lawyer. So solicitor, a type of lawyer.
Oh,
Yeah, of course. And after that, we have optician. So a person who tests people's eyes and sometimes give, actually glasses is optician. And wicker, this one actually can be priest. So, actually in a church,
sure.
of course, a priest in a church is vicar.
Mm.
So we say priest in the church. So is vicar. Well, and stockbroker. Do you have any idea about the meaning of this one? Stockbroker?
Yes,
Yeah.
I know because
Of,
my company
of
in
course.
the financial field.
Yeah, so you know this one. Okay, well, now let's keep going. Tell me, let me ask you this question. Number two, of course. So, is it hard? Do you like working under pressure? Of course, it's not a good question. I'm not gonna, I think no one wants to work under pressure. So, I'm not gonna ask this question. And because when you have a healthy mind, of course, why you want to actually want to work under pressure. But about the second one, uh, do you have any deadlines that you have to meet in your daily life? And if yes, what deadlines?
So second, you mean
Yes, the second one.
deadline?
Yes.
Uh, I I am not catch up your question.
Okay, so what's deadlines? I want to ask you that, if you have any deadlines in your daily life that you have to meet, or which one is the most difficult you think? Or no, you think that no, I there is no deadlines in my life, so
Ah, yeah, of course I have deadline in my life, daily life. It's
what?
about English. It's about learning English. I'm sorry because I have planned to learn coaching. Do you know coaching
Wow.
program?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have HR course. I mean international HR program. Uh,
Wow.
and there are two program um, with difficult level of the knowledge and skill, and also difficult for me because because that course provide in this that course teach by English. So
So,
to me, my work is busy and my job is busy, and I have some deadline, but usually I think I always no, not I think I always miss my deadline in my job. But
yeah,
learning English is
exception.
yeah, because I plan to learn English every day,
Yeah,
uh, even though I don't have English class with teacher. But
yeah,
sometimes I don't
yeah, of
don't
course. I know. But it's
mm, do
normal.
every
Yeah,
day because as a thing come to me, as a problem come to me, and
yeah, of course. And because of this, we say that you don't need to study every day, but you need to organize everything. For example, 3 days a week. You can
yeah.
study English, so that's enough. Okay, because we know that you don't have enough time. Sometimes, of course, you're a businesswoman, you are working, of course, you don't have enough time to spend on studying. Okay, of course, we have lots of things that we need to meet every day. So sometimes, of course, we don't have enough time to, of course, spend on something else. So we say that, okay, you can study 2 days, 3 days, okay, and maybe, for example, for a limited time, so
Yeah.
that you won't get bored, so that, of course, it will be really interesting, exciting to you, something new. So
Mm.
don't study every day. You don't
Yeah.
need just 3 days a week. That's
Yeah.
okay, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Thank
okay.
you.
Well, and why do people become workaholics, you think?
Um, I think because the first thing I think they love their job.
We
Yeah.
love, of course, and
And the second thing and is I think because they they think their job wins gives them more money or more opportunities to become promote to be promoted in their job.
of
And
course.
of course money and position, higher position the is as a reasons
Yeah.
for them to become
I
workaholic.
completely agree with you, of course. Perks, advantages. So, of course, money, salary, high position, yeah,
Yeah.
promotion, of course, all of them actually make people to become workaholic, of course. And well, now let's keep going. So we talked about past simple, present perfect. Now, we need to answer these questions about the sentences, okay, in order to check, and review something that we learned before. And first, she has worked in Warsaw for 5 years. Okay. Does she work in Warsaw now? So tell me yes or no. What do you think?
Oh no,
Okay. So,
no,
uh,
no, she doesn't.
okay. So, okay. So why say no?
For 5 years, I think it mean it's periods of time.
Yeah.
Just 5 years and now no.
Yeah. So actually, there is a point here about present perfect. She has worked in Warsaw for 5 years. Actually, when we say for 5 years, this example implies that she's still walking because this is present perfect, something that started in past and continues to the present, so we can see its effects in present, so or still true in present. So this is a definition of present perfect. So we say that she's still. Okay, so because of this we say yes, she's still walking.
Oh.
And yeah, when we say like she worked in London for 3 years, finish time. So she doesn't work in London now. So this is actually, as you can see, we have the first one for 5 years, the second one for 3 years. So what's the difference? Both of them are discussing a period of time. The first one is about the period of time that started in the past, continues to the present. But the second one, something that finished in the past and done. So
Yeah, I can see the structure of sentence.
yeah,
They use has worker
yeah.
and work worker.
Of course. And now, which sentence, one or two, uses the past simple, which uses okay, we know that.
Yes.
So to talk about completed action that happened in the past, okay, we know this one. Okay, keep
Yeah.
going. Okay, cross out the incorrect sentence in each pair. So number one, no, number two.
Uh, which sentence? Sorry,
Is
you.
incorrect. So look, number two, the role of women changed dramatically over the past 100 years. The role of women has changed dramatically over the past 100 years. So of course, the first one is incorrect. You are talking about a period of time and you are using past simple. So the first one is incorrect. The correct one is the role of women has changed dramatically over the past 100 years. Number three, you say.
Oh, yeah, because
Yeah.
I yeah, you come to part A, but I
Because
still
we did this first
yeah,
part because we discussed, yeah.
yes, but I still in the the box.
Oh no. Ah, sorry,
Okay.
I needed to say. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. No, no, no. Because I stay in and thinking about
I
the
made
structure.
you confused, of course. I made you confused.
Okay,
So sorry.
I
Keep
know.
going to, of course. Let's
Uh,
move to part A.
Three, of course, because I see he has worked as a stress counselor in 1999. Is present perfect,
Of course.
and another one is past simple.
Yeah, of course. So the answer is correct one is present perfect, as you said, because of since.
Yeah.
And number four,
The first is past simple, and another one is present perfect.
okay. So which one is correct? Which one is incorrect?
Uh, the first one is correct.
Well, because of course we have time. An accurate time. When? 2 months ago. I resigned 2 months ago. And number 5.
Number 5, stress control before. Did you ever go to stress control? The second is correct.
The second is correct.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to a stress counselor before? Did you ever go to a stress counselor before? So definitely the second was is incorrect, because when you actually when you want to ask a general question about past and you don't want to mention the time, you use present perfect. It means when, no matter when, just, maybe in the past, a week ago, maybe 2 months ago, maybe 3 years ago. So we don't know. Just we want to know if something happened in the past or no. So this is a general question. Have you ever been? So, and you say, yes, I have. Then I can ask you, okay, when, where, okay. Then I can make another question using past simple. But first general question, so normally this is a rule, this rule actually applies for all general questions. So when you want to ask a question, a general question, you use present perfect. After that, when you want to ask about details, ask for details, of course, you use past simple. So, have you ever been to Canada? Yes, I have. Ah, where did you go? When did you go? How did you go? Who did you go with? Okay, so after that, I can make some questions using past simple. But about the first one, have you ever been?
Yeah. Like, have you ever been to America?
Yeah,
So when did, huh?
of course. First, have you been? Then, of course, when, where, how, and then, of course, using past simple. So the first one, present perfect.
Okay.
And of course, when you say before, that is really important. Before actually indicates a time in the past, but we
Yeah.
don't know that time. We don't
Yeah.
want to mention. So of course, this is present perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and the
Okay.
last one,
I have seen stress controller last week. Oh, I saw stress controller last week. The second is correct.
of course, because we have time here.
Yeah.
So, of course, this one is correct. Very good. Okay, that's it.
Yes.
Tell me, any questions, any issues related to the sport?
No, thank you. See you tomorrow
Okay.
morning
Thank you.
in
Of
my.
course, you of course, night, morning. I will see you. Okay. Have a
Good
great
evening.
day and see you later.